Yeah. What's up, Maples? We are back again with another episode on Offstage Podcast. Like I told you, this is not your ordinary podcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is by the artist, from the artist to all the people out there. So let me introduce you all to our today's guest. He's coming all the way from Brixton, South London. Ladies and gentlemen, homies and shorties, make some noise for my brother, Logic. Wagwan fam, Wagwan.
Blessings,
welcome to India once again.
Always come, man. Blessed for having me again, man. It's a blessing to be here.
Yeah, it's been 6 years since we last met, and all this COVID and all these things happening, and yet again we meet one more time. You know, it's been a great journey. From in the 6 years, we have seen so many things change in terms of music in India and also in UK. So basically, we're gonna talk about a lot of things today. Yeah.
Let's talk
So
about it.
we wanna start with the name Logic. When I listen to your raps, I can find the meaning to your name, you know, Logic, because there's so many facts in your lyrics and bars. So I want you to talk about this personality that you have developed after getting into hip hop.
Well, yeah, Logic. The name was given to me, really. I used to go by my birth name, Deck. I used to just be, I'm just Deck. I'm just an MC. You know what I'm saying? I used to do more producing than MCing. So, and after a while of starting to MC, I kind of adopted the name organically. You know, people started to say, what you say is sensible, simple logic. It's just logical stuff. It's not really, you know what I'm saying? So I think the name kind of came organically. So I didn't have to kind of force it. I didn't have to go out, let me find a rap name. Let me try and find a rap name that makes sense. It happened organically still. So we give thanks for that.
But when I spoke to you before this, like when we were speaking about this, doing this podcast, like you try to refuse to reveal the original name, you know. And I've seen a lot of rappers in UK. They also don't reveal their face. They're always in the ski mask and everything. You know, they don't want to reveal their identity, the real identity. What do you think is the reason behind this thing that they don't want to reveal themselves?
I think it's like Spider-Man, isn't it?
Okay.
You understand? Or like Superman. You have to be, there's a little bit of mystery about you. I think that's how everyone starts. And I think as you get older, your music maybe matures and you think, okay, you understand the industry more. So saying your government name in public is not really a big deal as you get older. But I think initially, I think the whole mystery of, wow, who is this guy? What's he about? Or who is this girl and what's she about? It's like people don't really want to give away too much. You have to try and find the information, you know?
So I want to take this further, and I want to talk about the People's Army, the clan.
Yeah, the movement.
So we have been even last time when the whole People's Army movement had come over here, you coming with Amy True and everyone, like we got along with each other very nicely, you know. It was like a kind of fam thing that we got between each other. So I want to give my audience more detail about how this People's Army started and how things just went on.
Well, the People's Army, the origins of the People's Army stem back to myself and Low Key. I used to work with an artist called Low Key. We started something called NWO originally, which went by New World Order. But people didn't really understand it. When we used to say it, people were like, what do they mean? It was a bit...
Yeah, there's already like a NWA.
Exactly, so there's a lot of confusion behind it, you know. So we were listening a lot of them times to Dead Prez. And Dead Prez started the People's Army in the States. And we just thought we'll continue that legacy, you know. We'll continue the legacy over here in the UK. And we never ever thought to make like a rap crew. It's not ever gonna be a rap crew. It's a movement, it's like an ideology whereby if you think there's something wrong with the society or the world that you're living in, you should be doing something about it. So whether you're an artist, whether you're an MC, whether you're a painter and decorator, you know, you should be able to make a change, you know? So People's Army is basically a collection of individuals with the aim to create positive change within our world, you know? So yeah, it happened organically. Like I say, nothing I do is forced. So People's Army kind of grew organically, and with our initiation into India, it was Amy True who came over originally and started to link up. So when she came over, she came back with like, oh, do you know what's going on over there? Rare. Like, these people know about us, rah. So that was a surprise to me, you know, to know that my music's gone so far and wide and hit so much people, you know. So off the back of that, we then got booked for a festival, Apple Art Fest.
Yeah.
And we came back. I came back with Amy, and we just connected the dots, and ultimately we just expanded the army, because, like I said, the army is not a rap crew. It's an idea. You're part of the army.
Yeah.
You know? Mawali's part of the army. We're a movement. We're a collective. It's an ideology. So we've just expanded.
It's like a collective of like-minded people.
Exactly, brother. Exactly that. So
right now, how many MCs are there, like, belong to this People Army down in UK?
In the UK, currently active, we could say at least 20 to 30 members.
Oh, that's crazy, bro.
Actively making music and doing their thing, you know? So yeah, that's a blessing. And I think really that's just me talking about, that's just off my head. I can guarantee there's probably thousands around the world that will fly the flag and scream People's Army.
First time I remember meeting Amy, and then she was speaking to me about those old People's Army kind of movement and ideology. And the next time when you guys came, it was kind of inspiring for us also, that people kind of is recognizing the Indian rap outside India. At that point of time, India, the rap scene wasn't much greater before.
It was quite small at that time, and I'll tell you the truth. For me, it was a surprise when Amy came back with that news of, oh, there's music. So when I came over and actually met you lot, it was even more of a surprise to whereby, oh, you lot have it wasn't a thriving scene, as you know, but it was a scene. It was a seed that was planted, and that was 6 years ago. And to see where the Indian scene has gone from 6 years ago till now, it's hats off.
Yeah, man, it's been a crazy ride for us.
Most
that
definitely.
So much people now turn up to the gigs, and so much people listen to our music. Hardly we used to get views, and a handful of them used to come for the gigs to support the underground movement. But there is a lot of people who are showing support and love to us, you know.
Yeah, we can definitely see it. We can see we see the growth.
Let's talk about the life growing up in Brixton.
Hey.
Because I've grown up in Dharavi, and we have had a different phase of life, and we have seen different struggles growing up in this area. And I'm pretty much sure that every rapper has gone through a kind of struggle in his own life, like coming into hip hop. And that's where we start speaking about our experiences that we have had in our lives.
Of course.
I want you to share some of your experiences that you have had, like growing up in Brixton.
Well, yeah, I think our experiences are what make us as human beings. So, and as a musician, as an authentic musician, it's only my experiences is what makes my music. So, yeah, growing up in Brixton I loved it, you know, to tell you the truth. And it was funny because anyone who I met from outside of Brixton, especially at that time, the 90s, early 2000s, there was always Brixton got a bad press, you know, they're gangsters and you can't go there, etc., etc. But I never saw that part from living. When you don't see it when you live inside, you know.
Yeah.
So growing up for me, it was an amazing thing, man. Like I met a lot of people growing up in Brixton. I don't want to talk too much about certain things, but
no, you can.
Right now, basically,
recently I had come across this series called The Top Boy.
Top Boy.
Yeah, so it's a web series, so they have a fictional way of showing things. So there's a lot of things that was shown in that series, you know, like where the youths, they get into the streets and they try to, you know, push food and all this thing.
Of course, it happens, man. It's accurate. I'll tell you the truth. Top Boy is probably one of the most accurate
I want to listen to it.
Of what's
I want to like come to know that is that shit for real if from a person who is actually coming from those kind of region, you know?
Yeah, there's drugs, there's guns, there's, you know, it's not a facade. I had a studio from young, and that's how I kind of built my brand, so to speak. And everyone from the area used to come to my studio, to my nan's house. She used to let everybody in the house to make music, smoke weed, all sorts of madness in the house, yeah. So salute Nanny every time.
Salute.
Yeah, so she opened the door for a lot of artists, and even if you go to Brixton now, they would tell you about my nan, yeah? So just that ability of giving people a place where they can go. But at the same time, that did expose me to a lot of gang life, so to speak. That there'll be people coming in my studio with guns, having just done a move, or you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of activity happening. But yeah, I think it's all part of growth, you know? What don't kill you makes you stronger. And I was lucky enough to not fall into the trap deep, you know? Like everyone, a lot of my friends have died growing up. Most of them are in jail. I kind of dodged both of them bullets, you know? So we give thanks.
So what kind of like inspired you to like not take up to that life or any like corporate work or anything and like choose music?
I'll tell you the truth as well. I think poverty has a big impact on why people make certain decisions, yeah? And I was not from a poor background. If I wanted £20, I asked my mum, you understand? And she'll prefer to give me the £20 and make herself broke than risk me going out there to make it myself. So I was always able to, I had a strong family base behind me, you understand? A lot of my people growing up didn't have that. A lot of them were from broken homes, etc. And even though I was from a broken home, I didn't have my dad. My dad was in jail, no doubt, but I had my mum and my nan as a very solid family unit. So I think that alone kept me on the right path. And at the same time, I was always, my mum's a very positive, light, spiritual being. And she's always taught me to be good. Do you understand? Like, it's not a very hard thing. It's a very easy concept to be good instead of being bad. So I was always pushed towards being good, you know? So from young, I've always tended to make the right decisions. Like if someone was going to do something that I didn't feel my energy didn't take to, I'm not going. And I've never been a follower. Never in my life have I followed anybody. You understand? And I recommend everyone to do the same, you know? Lead, don't follow.
Yeah, man, for sure. We need to lead 100%. So the next generation walks on the right path.
Do you understand? 100%, my brother. But yeah, Brixton's a beautiful place, man. I recommend anyone come. It's changed now, though.
Yeah, I would love to visit.
It's different now. When you come, don't worry, I'll bring you around. But yeah, it's different now.
I want to check out the Ant's place also.
Come on.
Yeah. So I want to talk about your influences in music, like whether it's like artists from the UK or like some global artists that influence you to get into rap and, you know, pursue it as a kind of full-time career or something.
Well, for me, growing up, it was Wu-Tang. Were the initial, my eye openers into hip hop. And then it was Queensbridge. I was Queensbridge through and through. If anything came from AZ, Nas, CNN, like Cormega, anyone from Queensbridge, I messed with them, you know. I wasn't really onto the West Coast thing. I know that was your thing, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you was on the West Coast thing.
I was just coming there.
I wasn't really on the West Coast thing, but I used to like Snoop.
Yeah.
But I didn't really listen to Pac and them. I used to listen to Biggie more than Pac. So yeah, my influences were mainly New York based. And then I think when I started to go out and venture into the UK scene, go to open mics, because that's how I really learnt about the UK scene. Because in our little bubble in Brixton, everyone's talking about guns and drugs. So by venturing out, I started to see different people rapping in their own lingos from North London, and okay, you lot are talking about the moon and the stars, and okay, it's cool, but you understand, I got a bigger perspective on hip hop by venturing out. And I lost my train of thought. Where was I going? What was I talking about?
We were talking about this.
The influences, yeah. So by going out and finding about I started to hear about London posses and MCD and Task Force and seeing how it is actually possible for us to make music here. Like it's not like a dream, you know, people are already doing it, so to speak. So that was kind of my, a push for me to say, yeah, I can do this thing.
So how is it going for you in UK and with this all thing that you're doing? Is like where, see, if I walk around my area, people know that I'm like, oh, I'm into this rap scene. They might come and click pictures with me and they will ask me, well, when is my next song coming out? And like,
you're famous, man.
How are you getting treated in Brixton, like representing Brixton? And you?
I think for me, I could be classed as old school, even though I'm so young and thriving still. But I'm classed as old school, so I have the respect. You understand? I know the respect is there regardless, but I don't create the music for the now. You know, I'm not trying to make the popular music for the kids, so to speak. So I don't think I have that appeal to the pickneys at the moment. But yeah, there's music coming for them, no doubt. So give it a few years, I'll probably be getting the same kind of response that you get in your hood again.
Yeah, for sure. I think you might be getting some more good responses than me.
Like I get better response here than I get back at home, you know?
Yeah.
I think
a lot of people started knowing you over here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the Holy Cypher that we did in Apart.
Come on, that's memorable.
So that was at that point of time, it was one of the viral cyphers because like there are very few artists who were coming from abroad and like collaborating with the Indian artists, doing cyphers and all these things. Otherwise, everything was looking into a. Now people have started coming in. Artists have started coming in because the hip hop has become more commercial right now.
There's money, they see money.
Yeah, back then it was underground, so there wasn't a vast scope for these bigger artists abroad. All these international artists to come and play over here or like do collaborations with the Indian artists. So it's been a crazy thing. So I want to talk about this whole evolution of UK rap as that has taken place, because before it was grime and we had artists like Stormzy, Skepta and all these people who are like representing in the grime, and now we can see a whole new culture that is the drill culture. And a lot of new artists have emerged from that scene. So I want to like know about how is this culture working out over there, the evolution of the UK rap scene, you know?
I think, see what it is, I think in the UK rap, or UK hip hop, UK rap, but let's put it into the same box. I think that covers a lot of things. I think drill comes under that. I think grime comes under that. You know, I think hip hop birthed so many different genres. We are the godfathers of all these different babies. And while grime has had its time of being the dominant force, and now you're saying drill is the dominant force, hip hop's always been underlying. It's never gone anywhere, do you understand? It just hasn't got the mass promotion that all of these other genres are getting, you know? So I think hip hop will always have a place. Like it's never gonna, these genres like drill's gonna go soon. 5 years, maybe 10 maximum. Drill will be gone. Yeah, it will not be here. Remember I told you.
I heard some kind of like new genre is coming.
There'll be something else. There'll be some new genre coming. But hip hop will be there. You understand? Hip hop ain't gonna go nowhere. Like there's certain genres, there's certain things in life that are forever, and hip hop is one of them.
So with the evolution of music, I think there is a scope for new artists also that are upcoming like in the scene right now, because the sound is changing and we are able to see new faces representing hip hop right now. So guys like Central C and all these guys, I think they are getting more listeners in India. I would say, there's a lot of people who listen to their music.
I can imagine.
Even if it's not relatable, just because everyone is listening, people are listening to it.
They're listening. The masses are listening to what the machine is pushing out. So the machine is pushing Central C, and I've never met him. Don't get me wrong. It could be a bless you, and he is a talented youth. I like some of his music, no doubt, but he is part of the machine. So that is why India has gravitated to him. Like he's been put in the machine and they've been plugged over here. So essentially it makes sense, you know, and things like hip hop don't get the recognition that it deserves. It doesn't get pushed in the same way.
Yeah.
Who knows why? That's maybe another debate, but essentially it's the situation as it is.
So I want to know some of your favorite MCs from the UK rap or
From
like
UK.
the global rap community.
My favorite MCs, you probably won't know of them, maybe not, because they're not the big ones in the limelight. But my
Of course,
favorite,
you told all these names, Biggie, Nas, and all the inspiration that you have taken. But some of the MCs who are right now putting out tracks, whom you kind of fuck with their music and that kind of vibe,
Yeah, most of the people I listen to now are people close to me. Like you'll hear Mike Righteous. I'm not sure if you know of Mike Righteous. We got a new artist in our crew not new artist in our crew. What am I talking about? A young artist in our crew called Malachi. He's coming through. He's gonna be shutting down the whole world. I tend not to listen out of my circle, to tell you the truth, And it's not even it's not like I don't rate music. It's just that maybe it's time. I don't really have time to indulge in too much of what's going on out there. I have to I've got my family, I've got my home life, I've got my business and my music, and I think I'm at the age where trying to find other music is not really, I like music though, I like J. Cole. J. Cole's good.
Yeah.
I like listening to good
I
conscious
was
artists.
just gonna ask you about what is your idea about the US rap that is going around right now?
I don't know. I don't listen to that. It's foolishness.
There's a lot of mumble rappers that are coming,
Yeah,
and this
it's a lot of
whole
foolishness.
mumble rap is kind of becoming the thing right now. A lot of Indian rappers have started
Have they?
doing mumble raps.
Is it?
Yeah.
Say some names. Go on. Say one name. Go
There are
on.
a few
Expose
names.
them.
See, there's a famous rapper called MC Stan. So his mumble rap is kind of like famous right now. There is a
Wow.
huge following. He's been to reality shows and
Wow.
all this stuff. So he's like one of the top tier artists in India right now.
See, Tupac could be
I
turning
think
in his
recently
grave.
we heard on news that he's going to probably like doing a song with Lil Baby and all these guys.
Yeah, good luck.
So I think the mumble rap is, however, I think it has reached India and it's kind of being a popular thing right now here also. See, there are some legit rappers as well. Some like guys like Divine and all these people who still stand for what they came in this game for. They still keep that rap kind of thing like straight and up front in front of the people. So, but still it's happening. I haven't heard any mumble rap kind of from UK because like I have been following UK rappers
I'll
also.
tell you the truth, yeah, mumble rap doesn't really exist in the UK, does it? Doesn't really exist. Like, it's more of an American thing. I think you probably get beat up if you done mumble rap in the UK. I'd definitely beat you up if you done it.
Yeah.
But or I just stop recording until you come out the studio with that foolishness. Because I don't make it on my computer. That's just taking up space. But yeah, no, different. Each to their own, man. It's all music, and I don't understand it. But it's like, with growth, like when you're younger and your parents used to listen to what you were listening to. Why are you listening to that foolishness for? And now we're at the older generation and we're looking down at the shit music saying, well, why are you listening to that? It's kind of evolution whereby I think after time you realize what bullshit is. It just takes time to find out.
It's garbage.
It's garbage, so you just gotta grow out of it, I suppose.
So let's talk about few of your tracks, some of your songs that you have put out, and which like it's kind of my favorite too. So we're gonna speak about. The first track is Spectator.
Okay.
So it's a minimal video and it's a very strong presence that you have given with your lyricism.
Blessings.
So I want to speak about that song.
Well, yeah, that song there for me, I was at a time where I was rolling with Low Key Hard. We were researching a lot about what's going on around the world issues and meeting new people, etc. And that track there was just me kind of pouring my heart out on everything that I felt I needed to address at the moment. There was no structure to it. It was just an expression, And with the visual was the same. I just I wasn't naked, but I took off my top and I just put a camera in front of me and I just spoke to the camera, you know, and I didn't think it needed anything more. I didn't want any distractions from the words, you know. I didn't want anyone to be misled by some kind of flashing lights. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to listen to every word of this. I want you to look you in your eyes. Because see, when you're having a conversation with somebody, you look them straight in their eyes. And that's to show integrity. That shows you're serious about this conversation. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if I'm talking to you now and I started looking over here like, you'd think, what's he, you understand? So just the purpose of the straightforward look is to show this is a conversation I'm having with you. It makes it very personal. Do you understand? And it makes it between me and the listener.
Yeah.
And I think that's why 100%. people gravitate to it and understand it.
Crazy, man. I really like the video, and it has got like good views as well in terms of like, you know.
I think, it hit the mill mark a little while ago, or organically, no fake views.
Yeah. That's right. That's the recognition and that we need for the real hip hop.
100%. So we give thanks that people are listening on that kind of mass scale to real music and real message music. So
I think real people are waiting for the real shit. It's on us to deliver it in the right time, you know.
100%. I think everyone is. I think
a lot of other kind of music is going to come, but still we have to do what we feel like, you know.
Of course.
We're a part of the system, so we need to put out our thing and let people know that real hip hop still exists.
100%, my brother. Come on. That's 100%. Agreed.
I'm going to talk about the next track, Begging You. Yeah, that's a mad record, I would say. And it was like, I have seen you. I think the last time you were here, you were performing that track. Last time when you were in India.
Bloody hell, I've been performing that for like 20 years, mate.
It's been ringing since then. The track has been ringing since then.
Yeah.
So, talk to me about that track.
Well, Begging You was, I think it's a bit of a cheat code. Yeah, it's a cheat code. You get something that's already known and then you put your message in there. So, obviously the chorus, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. And we sampled the chorus from Frankie Valli. And with the verses, I wanted to make points, you know? I didn't want to rap, so to speak. I don't think I'm even rapping in that track. I think I'm making statements. Every verse for me is 4 statements. I make 4 statements in the first verse, I make 4 statements in the second verse, and I make 4 statements in the third verse. And I try to make it like that, like, so it's like, this is my first statement. Okay, now let me talk to you. Now let me talk to you. Now let me talk to you. Do you understand? So it's again, just me trying to personalize the music and make people able to relate to it without any effort, so to speak. And then you got the vibration, which makes people get up and dance. So you can't go wrong. If you can make people dance and listen to you at the same time,
boom.
Yeah, I think you won.
I think that works for real. I've seen.
Yeah, that tune now I could perform at a nursery. I could perform it at a bar mitzvah. I could perform at a funeral. I could perform at a wedding. I could perform anywhere, and I believe the energy it creates is I'm not bored of it. I've been performing.
I think that's what hip hop stands for, you know. Hip is the knowledge and hop is the movement.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
If you can combine them, then winning formula.
For sure. Let's go to the next track. This is also one of my favorites, Wild Wild West.
Hey.
So I think
good.
We get to see a lot of things that's happening in the UK culture and the UK scene over there.
Yeah.
What is the struggle and how kids are falling prey to all the crimes that has been happening. And
Definitely.
I like the ideology behind the track, really.
No, definitely. Yeah, that track there, it's self-explanatory. Like you say, it's highlighting the current situation. Like the current situation in London, there's a lot of knife crime. Kids are stabbing each other and carrying big knives that don't even make sense, you know? So,
days.
Alas. Yeah, there are, the situation in London is it's dire, you know? There's kids doing stupid things, stabbing each other, and not so much guns, to tell you the truth, which is, you could say a blessing, but hey, it is what it is. But ultimately, there's a lot of knife crime going on. So with Wild Wild West, we just depicted how crazy it is, as if we're living in those crazy times where it's unlawful, you can do what you want and get away with it, etc. And really and truly, the kids are living in with a crazy headspace to think that they can just do what they want. We can carry these big knives there. It's the wild, wild west. Little used to get in that. So yeah, that track was just to highlight the current situation, the problem with knife crime that we're facing in London at the moment. And then we got Daddy Freddie on there.
Yeah, man.
Daddy Freddie's a veteran, and it was a blessing to get him involved into the track. He's a staple figure in the UK music industry.
That track was also a statement to what's happening and to the people.
I think it can be globally interpreted. I think everywhere there's problems like that. I think the kids are getting into problems wherever we go, you know. So I think it's
been happening over here also.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why you've resonated.
Madam, little youths, they wanna take them big knives and all. They make all these Instagram reels and stuff. They would cut their birthday cakes with machetes and all these things.
All that foolishness.
And they'll put that video on the social media. Yeah. And in a couple of days, they would be caught by the cops for doing all these things, you know.
See? And this is what it is. It's like we're living in a dry snitching generation whereby the kids don't understand the system. So they think because they get away with something, they've got away with it. But the police are collating evidence. They collate the evidence before. They're not gonna come and nick you for this bag of weed. No, that's long. Let's keep that evidence. And then it's the same thing with the music. So they think they're getting away with it, but when they go to stand up in front of a judge and the judge and the prosecutor says, okay, yeah, we're gonna refer to this YouTube video, and you're, whoa, they get surprised but at the end of the day, they're dry snitching and they're giving the government evidence to actually put them away. And it's only a matter of time.
Crazy, man. Let's talk about your recent release, Blam, that you did with Amy True.
Yeah.
I would give you a congratulations on releasing from the GRM Daily.
Yeah.
Coming out of GRM Daily.
That was a big one, yeah. Amy pulled the strings. And I'm featuring on there, and I like that track. It's one of my favorites.
It was giving me kind of that modern age free nigga kind of vibe,
it's definitely got a free nigga vibe.
Yeah, and that was like a vintage kind of feel, you know, video and that track. But this is like a modern age where all these people coming in towards the end, you know, it's kind of giving
on the visual, the visual is like a takeover where we take over from the rich. Aristocrats, so to speak. I think we could have been a bit more violent in the video, but you know, hey, we could only go so far. But yeah, the track itself, real raw, authentic hip hop.
See, I think we have come to this new world where we believe that everything is changed now. There is equality in between everyone. But I'm sorry to ask you, but is there still this kind of racism kind of thing that still happens in UK?
Of course, racism is global, man.
We see in India it doesn't exist, but still there are clashes between classes and castes and all this religion thing that's happened. Some of the other place it keeps on happening still in India. So like I just wanted to ask you about that, whether it still takes place where, you know, black artists are not respected or they are not getting the right recognition they need, and they are still like pushed down, looked down upon.
I wouldn't say. I would say, to tell you the truth, like if you were to go into like a certain industry settings and they have a choice of picking a white artist with 20,000 followers or a black artist with 20,000 followers, I believe they will probably go for the white artist. And that's not, I think that's the way of the world, so to speak. It's a white country. UK is a white country. If you go to Nigeria, the Nigerian's gonna pick the black artist, you understand? So we have to work with the system that we've got, so to speak. So yeah, England is a racist country. You might not see it when you go to the cities like so much. You go to London, very multicultural, all different races intertwining, linking, eating together, etc. Manchester, the same thing. Every city, main city, will be multicultural. But if you step out of that city into like the rural parts of the UK, yeah, you'll see Farmer Joe come through. Hey, nigga, Like, not in that accent, that's American. But you know what I'm saying? You will find the real racism. It's still there. It still exists underlying. But as for the industry, I think that's always going to be there, man. I think the industry's, I think it's not, I wouldn't say past racism, but I think if you got enough money, you can bypass racism. You understand? So I think with regards to the industry, there's a lot of black people jumping through certain hoops to be in certain positions, so to speak. And it's up to them, each to their own, each to their own, if they feel that's what they want to do.
Crazy, man. But I've never visited UK yet, but I would love to visit there.
You're coming, man.
Sometime do some gigs and like, you know, hang around with People's Army,
We're
check
gonna
out
get your
places.
visa done soon, my brother, don't worry.
Yes.
We'll get you over.
Respect that, sir.
Come on.
So we are going to the next segment, that is the future project. I think, should I reveal this or are you going to speak about this?
What, the project, the future project? Our track.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we've got some fire coming. We've got you talk, man. You talk.
Yes,
what are you talking about? It's your show, man. You talk about it.
So yes, it's coming. People, our track. This has been a overdue.
Yes, overdue.
And finally it's happening. Logic is here. In India, we're gonna fucking shoot this.
And the track's mad.
Yeah, and the track's mad. Talk is cheap. We reveal that in this podcast.
Yeah.
So it has logic. I think you need to give
Explain
something about the track,
Yeah,
you know.
well, the track was, I reached out to Shantanu. Shantanu connected me with Captain Fuse.
Yeah.
I understand he's one of you lot's producers over here. And yeah, Fuse just sent me a whole beat pack of like 20 beats or something the next day. I didn't even have to ask him too much. I got 20 beats and yeah, just come with the vibe. Talk is cheap, because a lot of people talk stuff and they don't do it, you know.
Yeah, man. Same shit here.
You understand? It's a lot of like, oh, I'm gonna do this, but you don't do it.
Everything is a false hope.
Yeah, you understand? So it's like, back up your talk, basically. That tune's about talk is cheap, man, how awkward some, better alone, so, you understand? So it's like, there's a little bit of a Jamaican slang to it, just to like enhance, like, what's the word? To establish my Jamaican heritage on the track. But it's more about a vibe, and the message is, don't just talk, do stuff.
Do it. Yeah.
Definitely, I'm excited for that one.
So, are you also shooting some of your stuff over here in Mumbai as you are here?
Yeah, I'm busy, man. I'm busy. Amy's like the Blam track. Amy's done a remix for it, drum and bass remix with MC Mawali. We're shooting that video.
Crazy.
I've got a track I've made with a rapper called Quake that we're going to try and shoot that video as well. It's just been connections, man. After the Control-Alt-Delete festival, we just connected so much dots, and there's
so many artists coming to Control-Alt-Delete, but not only to play, but there is so many people who come from the indie scene to come and support all these artists, you know. It's been
we saw that, man. It was a beautiful thing, and the amount of artists that we got to connect with. Yeah, by the time we come next time, gonna take over India.
It was, in the beginning, it was too very small. I mean to say, in terms of production and in terms of artists and everything. And I've seen these guys grow over these years. In a couple of years, during COVID, we didn't do the Control-Alt-Delete due to some restrictions from the government. But this year it happened very well and pretty much well organized, and everything was on point. I think that is one of the biggest stages for any indie artist that is coming from Mumbai and India.
Like it. Yeah, it looks like it. It's a very
and the main thing is that it's crowd-funded, so it's a lot of the fans and audience who are supporting this movement. So it's been really great. Might be in future you will be also performing in Control-Alt-Delete someday.
Maybe next year. I better be there, brother.
Yeah, for sure. So many collabs coming out this year. I think next year probably we're gonna
I'm involved, man. I'm gonna
build
be
this
back
whole, bridging the gap between the cultural diversities. We're gonna get few artists from outside and do this, represent Indian rap on the next level.
Definitely, my brother. I'm here for it.
So after this, I want to talk about the fashion. See, I've been always still seeing you in this, wearing these black beads and kind of like simple outfits, you know, we not much over the brand concern kind of thing, like not that Gucci, Louis or
Nah,
Nike
no way.
stuff or anything. So what's your take on fashion that has been like involved with hip hop?
My take on fashion is rich people make music for poor minorities to buy, and we buy it like donuts. And I don't think that's smart. I think fashion is what we make it. We make things fashionable. Like people wear these beads now because I wear them. I've made them fashionable. You understand? So we create fashion, and I think if we follow fashion in any type of way, you're a follower. So we have to create our own image, man. We can't try and be like somebody else or wear what somebody else is wearing, you know? So if you're able to have your own designers and create your own garments, bruv, you're ahead of the game in my eyes. You're the fashion icon. Forget what Gucci are putting out there. You're the fashion icon. You've made your own clothes. Cool. You won. You know, so yeah, for me, I think it's a statement. Definitely, you have to. It's first impressions. You know, people see you. It's always about first impressions, and what people see is the first thing. So if you're wearing a, don't know, bloody pro-Israeli t-shirt, then it's like, straight away people are gonna get an image of that, you know. So it's like, speaks for itself, speaks volumes. What
But
you
I've
wear.
seen there's a lot of homegrown brands that are coming up, all the streetwear brands that are emerging from the UK.
And that's the beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I love to support them. Anything that's grassroots and organic and people have started their own thing from the ground up. Yeah, man, I'll definitely support them and help them get their message out there.
India, we have a lot of street brands that are coming and they are supporting the community. They are more helping them in making videos, musics and everything. They are like giving their stuff to wear. They're also producing their music videos.
Wicked.
So it's kind of happening over here. So
Wicked,
so that's
wicked.
why even I wanted to know if that kind of same things, you know, all this, it's a win-win kind of thing. Even for the streetwear brands and even for the
Yeah, of
artists,
course.
it's kind of win-win kind of thing. So that's a beautiful collaboration that is happening right here
collaboration,
between
definitely.
the artist and the fashion kind of.
100%. I think they go hand in hand. And as long as we work together, both industries can thrive and grow together. Your little, like I used to work with a company called Statement a while ago. They used to always give us clothes, and with us wearing them, they were able to establish themselves as a proper brand. So now they're doing well. So yeah, man, it's always about bringing up people with you. Come up together, you know?
Yeah, man, 100%. So next up, we are going into our important round.
What's that?
Rapid fire round.
The rapid fire, yeah?
So yeah, we're going into the rapid fire round.
Let's go, I'm
So
ready.
I'm gonna give you a few options.
All right, let's go.
You gotta come out with your answer. Are you ready? sir?
Wait. Let me get a drink.
Yeah.
How rapid is this? How rapid is this thing?
So are you ready for the rapid fire round?
Born ready, my brother. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I'm gonna give you two options. You need to select one. And yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
So UK rap or US rap?
UK.
Okay. Old school or new school?
Old school.
Stormzy or Skepta? Who's the GOAT?
Stormzy.
Okay. Immortal Technique or Wu-Tang?
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang. Grime or drill?
Grime.
Underground or mainstream?
Underground, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Arsenal or Manchester?
None of them. I don't support no football teams. They're all millionaires running around, getting paid for kicking the ball around, and they just fought. Anyway, next question.
Okay. Okay. Fish and chips or butter chicken naan?
Hey!
Come
Can
on.
we put a little spice in the fish?
Yeah.
Alright,
Could be.
spicy fish and chips.
Okay. Fish and chips. Okay, what would you prefer? Would you prefer to blaze or booze?
Blaze.
Okay. So where do you think is the real fun? Is it on the stage or in the studio?
Stage, 100%.
So why would you say that?
I think, you see what it is? Erykah Badu said it once, you know, in one of her intros. She said, what did she say this? She said that in a studio, I'm perfecting a moment, yeah? But on the stage, I'm creating a moment. So it's like on the stage, it's so free and it's a different type of expression, you know? Sometimes in the studio, you can be kind of you can kind of restrain yourself, so to speak. On the stage, I find myself very free and expressive. Sometimes I think I need to bring the same energy from the stage into the studio, you know, because that's what really captures what the message that you're trying to put out. But yeah, definitely stage all day.
All right. So there is any message that you want to give out to your fans who are watching this episode right now? Maybe you're like Indian fans or the fans back home. Do you want to like share something with them?
Well, yeah, my fans back home, salute for the support as always. But more importantly, my fans in India, give thanks. It's a blessing that my music's been able to come here, to reach you. It's a blessing that you've resonated with it and you've responded. And yeah, man, let's work. Let's connect the dots. Hit me up on the Instagram. Anyone from India, let's link up, because I'm going to be back and forth as much as I can.
Mm-hmm. And also, I would like to ask one lesson that you learned from your biggest mistake in this career, you know, like it might be during any event or, you know, shoot or anything.
I'll tell you, that's easy.
Course of music, that one lesson that you have learned
That's
from your
easy.
experience.
Don't cut your nose off to spite your face. That's a saying from UK, whereby I didn't want any help as an artist coming up. I was very anti labels, manager. I've done everything myself. I've been totally independent, and I still am totally independent till today. But I think I would persuade youngers to get a team, to get people around you, get your old team, so you can actually make more of an impact. Because I think with a team around me, I would have made a lot more of an impact than I did. So yeah, I think for that fact, I think the only mistake I think I've possibly made in my career is not having a full team around me to help me push my message out.
Yeah, man, that's very much real. In the current time right now, we need to have a team.
Definitely.
So we can focus on our creative part, and they can also focus on the business. It saves a little bit time and tension for us.
100%.
So we can give our 100% in our creativity and make good music for the people, you know.
Exactly that, bro. Spot on.
That was a great message, and I got something to learn as well from this podcast. And I think it was great for you for taking your time out from your busy schedule in India and coming for this podcast.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Respect you and salute to the whole People's Army
as always,
and the family back home. And with that, we have come to an end of this podcast session. So how was your experience coming to this session? Yeah,
it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. Good to sit down and chat with you, T. You know, it's a blessing to connect the dots once again. And yeah, look out for the track, because the track's going to be everywhere in Mumbai. No doubt.
Mumbai, watch out for that, yeah.
100%. And we have to obviously always say a prayer for our brother Todford.
Yes, sir.
Salute Todford. He was one of the powerful energies that I met on my first trip. So yeah, I have to hail up Todford.
We really miss him. It's still not believable that he's not with us really right now. You know, every place, every festival we go, his memory somewhere around sticks with us, and we kind of like remember, what if he could have been over here, this would have been more better.
Definitely.
You know?
See, with Todford, he was such a powerful kid, because he didn't know a lot of English when I met him, so we had to communicate via just feeling. And yeah, definitely a great loss for the Indian hip hop scene.
Respect, man. Let us music live long, and you know, he's still here with us through his music.
Forever, man. Forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Respect, man. With that, we come to an end of this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and watch out for Talk is Cheap, that's coming out soon. It's your boy Story Psycho signing out, and peace out. Brrrah.